Hey, everybody. I'm going to turn this up a little. Hope that helps. Does that help? Does that help? Can you still hear me? Yeah. All right. Might have to. No, I think that's good. All right. Hi. Welcome, everybody. What? Welcome, replay watchers. Let's get some banners up so you know a little bit about what's going down in the DM. Yeah, today we're doing divination sessions. So we're doing readings. And over to my left, if I had another camera, I could show you all the cards, all the trinkets, and all the things that we have. But let me tell you a little bit about who I am. Let's find something here. That scroll at the bottom, that about says it all. So if you just need to read, hopefully you have captions below. I've put that setting on all of my stuff. So welcome, everybody. Welcome, replay watchers. Welcome, crickets. Guys, oh my God, it's been, right? Has it been? My name is Love Evolve Energy, Christine. Or you may know me in another niche scene of ecstatic dance, where I'm referred to there as DJ Libalou. It's a play on Firefly en français. So that's what's going on. Primarily, I'm an energy geek. I'm an energy intuitive reader, flower. You might call it quote unquote healer. And I just give information, et cetera, and make the connection between you and source energy and watch the fireworks explode. Speaking of fireworks, welcome to Day of Freedom, another kind of emancipation. We all want it. It just doesn't matter what group we're in. It all happens at some point. A need for that. So here we are on a Friday morning at 10:15 a.m. or so East Coast time, which makes it quite early over on the West Coast. I think that's 7 p.m. 7:15 a.m. Excuse me, a.m. in the morning. So divination sessions look particular. I do have particular beliefs and feelings about all of those things. You can find out what some of those are by going to my YouTube channel, which is listed below. So if you go up to the little paragraph, info paragraph that you will find above if you're on the book that is faced, you will also find it below if you're on YouTube already. So hello. Hey, Rachel. I know that you'll be joining us here. And I've also put it in the feed there. So if you go into the feed and you look at the Everlink link, click on the Everlink link, or, copy paste the link into your Google Oracle or something like that. And it will bring up a page that has all of my links. So there's about a dozen of them. Rather than clog up and have way too much information for you here, I'm just putting it all in one place. I'm just putting it in the Everlink, right? If you're digging what I do, you can also donate if you want. It's really a donation system. It's called Buy Me a Coffee or flower or a crystal or whatever you have that you feel moved. Clearly, I'm not sure I need much more coffee today, so maybe just a flower or a crystal would be good. And as you can see, I've been spending quite a bit of time outside dans le jardin because there's a lot to do in the garden. So that's a little bit where I am with that. And what I want to say, I kind of wanted to wait until more people were here to really let everybody know and give a little bit of a report about who I am and how I am. I'm in major fluctuation, and as a manifesting generator, if you know what that is, that will have meaning for you. But it's simply a way to determine personality type that happens to fit in with some of my astrology and some of my Myers-Briggs. Um, hey, Jennifer, how's it going, lady? As a manifesting generator, what we do is magnetize things towards us. And then from that, we create. We also, as a Mani-Gen, I don't know if you know what something design, human design is, Jennifer. If you do, let me know. I've been working with a coach, Nicole Powers. P.S. Check out Nicole Powers. Sometimes she shows up here in the feed just to support me, but she has been my coach for a couple of months now, and it is a game changer. So I have always been working through that system. Anyway, so let me just tell you, manifesting generator, we tend to be the Tower card and the Sun card, and we do that process from Tower. If you know astrology, tarot, it's Tower, star, moon, sun. Essentially, what that does is describe the phoenix archetype as crashing down in flames, being burned to the ground, and then rising up from the flames. That's sort of the pattern of my life. And have I gotten used to it? I think that's, once I get used to it, I'm probably going to leave the body. You know, what's the fun in getting completely comfortable with it? However, I have learned more grace. And there's nothing like a global pandemic to really teach one about what their patterns are. And this pattern of mine. And I'll just let everybody know, it has been just shitstorm fuck club energetically and in terms of evolutionary growth of the individual. Thanks for the emojis, Jennifer. Yeah, it might just be us hanging out. That often happens. There's often one person who gets here on time, and I'm going to accept that because that's us connecting a little bit more deeply. Anyway, so I'm really getting graceful with that pattern of rising from the ashes. And so eventually there'll be a program that is all about that. Speaking of programs, if all y'all haven't been to my website and seen the new pricing breakdown, I highly recommend you do that, because essentially you could get anything I offer for $1.50 US, or a euro, or one Bitcoin, which is, these days not too great. What is it these days? Maybe 17, 15,000, which is ridiculous. US. So just go to my website, and it's pay as you wish, pay as you can, because I'm seeing, because for the moment, my raft is sturdy and I'm kind of okay. And I feel so much compassion for everybody that is going through it. So what I've noticed is that only two people, technically two people, what's this half stuff, have taken up the call and said, yeah, I could really use some help and some powerful, I'll totally accept art. I'll accept art. I'll accept flowers. I'll accept coffee, tea, a bunch of rocks from the land that you live on, some salt water, a tree. I'll accept anything. It does not matter. What it helps everybody who's drawn to me, what it helps them reflect on. So Jennifer, which you have just reflected on, where are you abundant? Where is there abundance? Now, some people may say, there's an abundance of sadness in my life. Hey, cuz, what's going on, lady? But in terms of manifest touchables, or not even, I will accept trades and services. I'm in love with that idea, Jennifer. Pick something, go to the website, book whatever you want. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe I have 5 offerings up there. Book whatever you want. You're welcome. It's if you've never done it, everybody, I highly recommend grand gestures of generosity. You get high on them. I am high on generosity right now. I am high on it. So you book something, and then the payment is separate. It doesn't go through my website anymore. I've given you a list of if you want to do the monetary thing. I don't have a crypto on there, which I need to do. But it gives you other options. So all you would do, there's a place for you to write in, hey, I'm going to do this. And if it's mailing me something, that's where we'll talk about it. Or you know what? Just PM me here in Facebook, and we'll do that. I'll give you that, and we'll do something. Make sure you book it first. My hours are kind of wonky. If my hours don't work for you, PM me, and we'll work something out. Oh my God, it feels so good to say that. Can I just tell you? Like, it feels so good to say that. It feels so good to say all that. It feels so good to offer that. Like, oh my God. I'm just for myself going to soak in that for a minute. It just relaxes my whole body. There's this inner, and also I notice in my body where things get a little crunchy and tight. And there's this inner taskmaster manager that is very old school and really is of the mindset it runs on anxiety. And I'm pretty much starving that part of me. The part of me that runs on anxiety and is like, you got to hustle. Ooh, you got to be tight-walleted. You got to be tight-wadded. P.S. Dina will know this. My grandpa's name, he is long past now. His nickname was Waddy, and he saved me. It just brings swelling of tears to my eyes of love, and it just relaxes me and opens my heart. He in his live stream here, he made my life so much easier and more gentle as a little girl. And my profound thankfulness, appreciation, and gratitude to his kindness is welling up in my heart right now. And I'm just going to be with that for a minute. Anyway, that's not where I got my tightwadness from, despite his name. If you remember him, Dina, just do a shout out. I'm sure you do, because you're a couple years older than me, so you were a little bit older. Both of that couple of grandparents, they're passed now. Sophie and Waddy, a beautiful couple who grew up in the Depression era, so you know what that is. Anyway, so that aspect of myself that gets really anxious and tight and nervous about monies and finances, and I'm a little bit starving her. I should say I'm starving her, because that yeah, wasn't he? Yeah. I could tell you guys all about them. If there's any mediums here, Dina and I will shut up, and you can just channel and bring through some messages from Grandpa, my pa, and Dina's uncle, um, and bring through some messages. He was just a joyful, funny, kind soul with a string of hardships and heartbreaks in his life. And just feeling the love. A little bit of the loss, too. That's interesting, like some things losses you grieve your entire life. And I remember my grandmother, I don't think she ever got over that loss completely. Anytime it would come up, her if we really pushed and she wasn't sharp-tongued about, well, I don't want to talk about this, her, she would well up. It's just a beautiful thing. So, I know this tightwad, anxiety-driven aspect of self is there for a reason. Like there's an ally. She is an ally within me. But for her to run the show isn't going to solve her problems, because all she does is spin. So with grace, we're just going to hold her with grace, a little bit of grace. So today we're doing readings, we're doing divinations. And often, just know this, as some more people show up, usually about now, 10:30, people start to, or the next couple of minutes, people start to show up a little bit more, if I even see them in the feed. If nobody shows up, that's cool. We'll end early. I'll pull a couple of group cards, and we'll just see what's going on, and I'm totally cool with that. My energy is changing significantly, and in fact, as you go over to my website, Jennifer, some of those offerings will change significantly. And Jennifer, I'm so excited to see whatever artwork you choose. I am trusting completely in your heart and soul picking what is in alignment. And I'm so pumped for that. I'm so excited. If you want some kind of divination, if you want it to be talky and card-based and something like that, pick the first one. It's called a deeper session. Or no, it's called it's called a deep session. And we can tweak that to be exclusively divination. So the only peoples who actually really know that are those who see me on my live streams, or catch a replay of them. I do not specifically state that in the feed, in the description of that offering, just so you know. So anyway, the generosity, speaking of generosity, that's how I felt about my pa. Extremely altruistic and generous person. And so maybe that's why the spirit of that is coming through a bit. So, hey, Teresa, good morning, beautiful. Good to see you. So let's, I'm going to move into, to just get us a little bit warmed up. I'm going to move into, at first, a card pull. We're doing, so readings wise, if you want me to scan your energy, read your energy, we can do that. Otherwise, I'm sticking to, like it said in the advertising, the cards and trinkets and things of that nature. Ooh, I am moving. I have two archetype decks, and I'm moving towards those. Cynthia, girl, how have you been, girl? All right, you got it, lady. Wow, I'm moving towards this Nick Bantock deck. It's I was sort of exploring archetypes for a while there, and loosely. That's why I say sort of loosely. I know, lady, it's been so long. Talk about a Spitfire. Meet my friend Cynthia, everybody. Hey, Monique. How you doing, lady? And so, yes, Cynthia, I'll get to your energy scan for sure. So he has this deck called Archeo. So this feels like I've barely, have I cleansed this deck? I'm not sure that I have. But that's okay. We're going to christen it now, baby. It is absolutely stunning. He's an artist. And so, Jennifer, if you ever think of doing your own tarot deck, look at all that. That's the box. And so the archetypes are a little bit different. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? So it looks like watercolor to me, on top, like watercolor and collage. So the way he talks about these are some of the, I'm just going to tell you, he has, I don't know, a whole bunch of them. He has archetypes like eccentric, falcon, demon, awakener, arbiter, animus, star climber, healer, illuminator, innocent, midwife, Mobius, mooncat, observer. So it's it's his own lexicon of archetypes. So this is what I'm going to do for the group. This is the back of the card. And the cards, what's going on? Why do those are for what's interesting. And I remember those because I have read through this, where you create your own archetype. Yeah, okay, Jennifer, no problem, lady. Oh, so this is what came up, Star Climber. So this is what I'm going to use for us. Look at that. Do I have any of my Mother of Dragons here? I do not think that I do, unless I don't see them. Look at that, Star Climber. There's some symbols at the bottom. LK and a compass. I'm not sure what those means, but this is just for the group. So this is just getting us warmed up. So I'm going to move through. All right. Gosh, we want some. Everybody's wanting the energy work. I mean, that is my forte, although doing these is also a kind of forte. Let's talk about Star Climber, the attribute. The Star Climber places a ladder against the night sky and begins his ascent to the heavens. His intentions are to reach beyond the mortal limits of gravity and explore the infinite possibilities of human consciousness. As he ascends, he looks down on everything below and is rewarded with an understanding of his purpose. Wow. All right. You feeling it? Let's ascend the fuck out of this mother. All right. So Cynthia, let's start with you, lady. Let me know if you want a card as well, and if you're really feeling an archetype coming through. I'll stick with my archetype card decks. I also have a Carolyn Mays, her archetype. That's essentially what she's evolved her work into. And just so everybody knows, I didn't do this at the beginning, but it seems to be those who are drawn to me are a little bit more advanced, whether they're aware of it or not, within their spirituality and energy systems. They would maybe tend to, speaking of archetypes, They might identify with the archetype of starseed, earth angelic, mover and shaker, spiritual maverick. Those tend to be the kinds of people that come to me for energy work. And so, and Cynthia knows this. And so when I look at the energy system, the the way to really boil it down into something is to call it multi-dimensional energy work. Kinda. So we're really blowing apart the chakras these days and working perhaps deeper still in the Hara dimensions and perhaps deeper still in core star dimension as a primary. So let me tell you this. Here's a little chunk, a little piece of gold here. What's going to show up in your energy scan is, and any energy reading for almost anybody, I don't know, for me, for many people, is the energy system from which you are primarily functioning. I'm going to say that again. The energetic system of your incarnate life stream, the energetic system from which you are primarily functioning. That doesn't mean there aren't other energy systems that are functioning at different points or different times. If you're a starseed during 2022, chances are you're moving into a different, a star-based energy system. And there are so many. There's some that I've yet to see. So that's who ends up on my quote unquote table when I do energy work. Just as an aside. So yeah, big time, Cynthia. So I want to look at speech for you. I want to look at your throat, high heart, the mouth of God chakra or zeal chakra. I'm seeing this kind of steampunk kind of so I'm visually seeing your energy system that we're going to focus on right now. Gay Miller. Hello, Earth Angel. Gay Miller. Woof. You know why you're here, Gay? Because I called a medium to myself. Scroll up in the feed and you'll see some of that anyway. So I'm seeing this kind of steampunk. That's the way the energy system is showing up from my visuals. Yeah. So that's just so it's showing up in that way as a symbolism, to a way of combining. So it's not simply moving from the old to the new, but there's this combination of infusing the old inner workings or mechanisms. If you think behind the veil, behind the screen, but the inner workings of a clock. And it seems like maybe with your work, you work with, because I know that you're an intuitive. Okay, I'm being drawn to you, and I'll tell you in a minute that it's not for some star beings, they're leaving behind. And like, for example, for me, there's this complete leveling and burning down of the bridge in order to build a new one. That's not what it's looking like. There's such high functioning in the old. We're looking at this area of your body. So that would be a physical and energetic body. That's what's called a fifth chakra area. So it is turning, very like light blue, pale blues. but I also got this sense of wings. So I'm seeing wings. So that may be a symbol for you, Cynthia. Whoa. Okay. So as I'm speaking this into reality, there's an energy work that's happening as I'm speaking it aloud, Cynthia. Um, it- so what I'm seeing is I'm speaking it aloud that there's a calming in your heart. Like it just like it just downshifts you into this really nice, relaxed, grounding kind of energy. So that what I'm feeling is that is your truth. So the high functioning of the old as the new influx of energies come in. So we are looking very much at seventh dimensional energetic structures. Uh, so just know everybody, and Cynthia knows this already because we have a similar background in training in terms with the Light Shine Academy. Well, back when it was Lightworkers Lab. Anyway, what was I saying? The way the energy moves there, there's a liquid magic to it. And I have this card that I keep out, and I'm going to show it to you because of the colors. And so that's some more of the multi-dimensional energy in it. And the message there is we see your magic. So if you needed a message to come through, yeah, that's I don't want to say it's a some people use the languaging rewiring. That's not specific enough. That's not actually what it looks like. It's when you replace parts in a clock or a watch. So it's more like that. The mechanics um, the of it, the structural elements of what's happening through your throat. So the throat has as much to do with expression and creativity as does the sacral, if we're going into the old chakra system. But I'm really curious about what you're using this for. Often we're talking about speech. It could be a kind of channeling energy. So I'm wondering if you just went through that workshop, but it's very how you so the structures, they're talking about sound, but they're also talking about languaging. And I just, no joke, I shuffled these cards, the Nick Bantock, the Archeo archetypes I said before, and remember the Star Climber card came up. And I shuffled them, I put it back. Guess what card came up again? So this card was apparently more specifically for you. So I'm going to read what that says a little bit more just to end this reading. You know what, Cynthia? I'm not sure you need to do the channeling workshop because I feel like there's something innate to you. There's something about your system that's already built for it. It's built for, I'm not getting any more clarity, but maybe if I move into and I read a little bit more about what the Star Climber card is saying, it will become clear. So what it says here in terms of persona, there's two paragraphs here. So it's talking more about the archetype, and it says, as a persona, the star climber is climbing towards a particular star, a beacon in the heaven that is forever moving, yet always fixed. Do you get the vibe of that? The further the star climber travels, the more alone he becomes. But for him, isolation is a small price to pay for the reward. Once aloft, the the sense of replenishment and restoration are way too profound to ignore. He has exchanged the mundane for a journey into the mystic, and he is content with his choice. To others, this is how others are perceiving this. Seen from the ground, it may appear that he is engaged in some metaphysical game of snakes and ladders and is wallowing in the new age crystal gazing. But the star climber's ascent is far from indulgent. His ambitions are far higher. He is seeking a form of spiritual astronomy, a means of looking into the heart of the cosmos in order to construct a list of questions that, if answered, would reveal the nature of his being. All right, loner, good on ya. Report back. Girl, and if you want to book a session with me, like I said before, everybody go to the website. It's free for all. Pay what you want, pay what you will. Send me a painting or a bushel of whatever you got. That's all of my offerings are that until further notice. But if you need someone to hold your hand or create, base camp while you go climb the mountain, I'll create the base camp and I'll climb the mountain with you if you want a little. If you wanna. It just kind of sounds like you need to be a loner in this. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. And so who? So gay. I had this big oh my God, I see all the chat here. Oh my God, that is so awesome. Gay, a family member is here in the feed with me, and we were talking about my grandfather, who was her uncle, and he had this big energy of generosity, and it just cracked open my heart, and his presence was really, really here. All right, Teresa. Oh, thank you, lady. Back at you. What you see in me is mirrored back to you, Teresa. You would like an energy scan? Anyway, so it came up, Gay, and I've been thinking about you because I've got a food dehydrator, and the chamomile has exploded all over my yard and my garden, and I've been making really high quality chamomile flowers, drying chamomile flowers, and you've been on my mind because I'm going to send you them because I know you wanted. Anyway, yeah, we stopped. Dina and I because I have the mic. I've been talking about Wadi Pa, and Dina was also vibing, and so between the two of us, we just magnetized that energy of kindness and humor and generosity to us. And but I stopped short because I wasn't going to bring through any messages from him because it's so personal, right? Like that's for me. So anyway, and that's when I said out loud, "Oh my God, we need a medium. Are there any mediums here?" And then, boom. 7 minutes later, Gay shows up. Teresa, do you want cards? You want energy scan? Oh. Because that's a reading as well. So awesome. I'm going to post that, Gay, because I want your name up there, and I love the little emoji and the love it. So I'm seeing this sort of, have you ever, You know the image of a cyclone? If a cyclone was filled with mud, you're grounding the light, the crystalline light from the earth is rising up. So those are just briefly, as I just look at the energy from a zoom out position, that's what I see. I'm gonna do a little sage in a teacup. I got this sage that has been soaked in dragon's blood, and I love it. Oh no, we're out. All right, I guess we're not doing it. I guess we're not lighting it. So be it. We're just gonna do it energetically. I just filled my aura with dragon blood soaked sage smoke. Mystical, beautiful. Another little sip of my brew. P.S. Everybody, Gay came to visit me in Cape Cod last year. Mm-hmm. If I did a retreat on the Cape where we all camped or glamped, who would come? Who would be into that? Anybody? Would anybody do that with me? I don't know. For a long weekend, a week? I don't know. So we're going to move. Oh, Teresa, this sometimes happens. I get all this light. So I'm moving. Let me put the Archeo over here. I'm moving into some tarot. Glamping's your jam. I love it. Yeah. All right. Who wants to join Cynthia and myself? Who wants to come do that? What would the theme be? Ecstatic dance as shamanic energy healing? Aww. Really? I don't know. When you guys thinking? You know when a really great time to be on Cape Cod is after Labor Day, or is that Memorial Day in September? It's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I have this favorite campground that's on the Outer Cape in a tiny town called Truro, Truro. You know what? I think I can probably fit 2 people per campsite. So how many? I don't know. I mean, why not make this a reality? Right? I don't know. How many people would we need? Let's just say we need 3 to start, right? For a week, what's a camp? You know, like a campsite for a week is probably like $500, something like that. I don't know. Teresa, are you interested in it? Is that why I'm talking about it? So we do have 5 of discs. 5 of dicks. Maybe that's what's going on, Teresa. All right, let's do it. Monique, why might you not be able to do that? 5 of discs is not necessarily a bad card. It's I mean, it does look at the 5s can mean loss of opportunity that your mind sees. Because if you look on the ground, so in her head, there's this one major loss, and it's all like dark and cloudy and yucky. And then as she goes down, it's a little bit glowy. As she goes to the ground, those are two discs rising up. So just because there's one big fuck, not all is lost. It may, if you're spinning out in your mind space, it may seem as if, I'm definitely going to pull a sweet ass domination deck card for you too. It may seem as if, and flying on top of that, you've got the Page of Wands. Chutzpah. All right. So with Wands energy and some Justice energy, I don't think we're talking about vengeance. At least I hope we're not. Okay. Teresa, you're gonna do your your bag of dicks giggles over there. I want to look at my Page of Wands, and any time that I use a particular deck, and we're using the Luminous Tarot now, which is an absolutely stunning, again, it's all watercolors. It's just rainbow gorgeousness everywhere with this deck. So we're moving from the Page of Wands to the Kings. And I just... it has this kind of like spirited and very focused, and the decision is made and you're like, I'm doing this. You're on your horse and you're getting going. And because we're also looking at the King of Wands, the success within your passion is assured. Full embodiment of creativity, spirituality, and focus on divine masculine. But we have this Justice card hovering around over here. And of course, justice always has to do with the balancing scales, realignment, simplicity, clarity. It can also talk about, in its real negative sense, this evening of the score. So if we look at all of these cards together, you can see within this deck, in the back has all that gold. Oh my God, I'm in love with this. Can you see all that those dark clouds? There's something about the justice that, if really fully embodied, it protects you from this vengeance energy. So if you stay in that mindset, you're going to get more of that mindset. There's this realignment, this justice, but we're talking about your human life here. This is the message that's coming through. But there's something about this, like, look how flippin' spectacular that King of Wands is. Look at that headdress. Girl, look at that. It's this rainbow warrior. Have you heard of that? Who do I work with that uses the idea of rainbow warriors a lot? This moving into the new generation that's coming forth in a really practical, grounded way. Success is assured. So if you needed a message, that's what this creative embodiment of your passion made manifest is assured. Before you get there's that tricky period of really aligning with the alignment and the balance, and where is there abundance? Where is there generosity? Where is it? Where is there this gorgeous, fruitful manifestation? It exists. the tendency would be to ignore it and to stay in that negative loop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Realign, realign, realign. That's the message. I'm really excited for you. There's just something about that passionate fire. And I've read for you before, so I know a little bit about what's going on. Although I want to say to everybody, and thank you, Teresa, you're reminding me to say this. I make a choice after any session, whether it's an individual or these group sessions, to not hold on to the information, to not make an imprint and record of it, not out of a disrespect, and all of the readings aren't important for the individuals and whoever it lands for and whoever it hits, but more because of boundaries and creating respect. One, for myself, I don't want that energy to drag on in my energy, but I also want you to have your privacy. And if you share something or something really private comes up in the group, and P.S. for you, Teresa, this is really practical human stuff that's happening, that's coming through, that's being anchored. Good on you. Good on you, mama. And just so what was I saying? I have two things coming up. So what happened right now with Teresa, 4 cards came forward. If she booked a deep session with me, we would get an entire spread and we would flesh this out. We would get so much more information. And that's the reason why you would book something deeper. And really, if you book something now, you can pay $1.50. You can send me roses. You can send me art. You can send me a boulder from your yard. I don't care. Or we can trade something. Hey, Claire, Earth Angel, what's going on, lady? So good to see you. Got some heavy hitters here. What else did I want to say to you, Teresa, about this? I think that's it. Oh, just the privacy bit. So if you share something super private with me, with the group, or something like that, it's not going to stick around in my consciousness. I'm going to let that be yours. And so it's nothing unless it's resonant with me and it tickles something in me that I have to activate within myself for my own personal healing. It's not going to stick with me. That belongs to you. You have complete autonomy and privacy whenever you do any kind of energy work or reading with me. That's really important to me. Oh, Claire. Oh my God, the Great Pacific. How amazing is that? Enjoy it. Oh, good for you, Teresa. Something amazing is going to come forth, right? With all that wand, particularly, you got a court card and you got a major arcana card. And so that's within the tarot. That's so the energy is pretty strong. There's nothing waffly about any of those cards that came through. Just so you know. Oh my gosh. Picture it didn't happen, Claire. Pictures or it didn't happen, Claire. We want pics, mama. All right, so that's what I have here. I'll scroll through to see if there were any more requests. I want to revisit again. Who wants to come camping in September on Cape Cod? I've got 2 people. Me and somebody else is a definite in. Monique, if you want to, what's holding you back? And can we talk about it? And please come. Awesome. Please do. How, in terms of when you go to my website, you're going to see, if you go to the booking page, you'll see a whole bunch of stuff. What comes up first are the basic one-on-one sessions. Okay, gaze in. So we've got 3. All right. I'm serious about this. Okay, let me go back to what I was saying. And so after the one-on-one sessions, those are the basic, deep, deeper, and deepest. After that, you have 2 project kind of sessions that are still one-on-one with me. I can't even remember their names right now. One begins with an S, but they're both 2 different ways of going deeper. One has to do more with shoring up the bases and map making of your starseed energy system, just to gain some clarity. If that seems a little like cards are up in the air, and that takes, I think that's about a month long. The other one is a 3-week thing where we climb the mountain, where we make some kind of ascent in whatever area. So, and then after that, you'll see a bunch of stuff that have been retreats that I'm doing or have done. They're usually online retreats. You'll see stuff on my storefront, which is on Podia. Yeah, right. Claire and Lisa, do you want it together or do you want 2 individuals? Because I have time. So all these different kind of group things that I do. In terms of big ticket items, all the original prices are on there. Just so you know, the original prices are on there. When you go to book it, you're not going to be charged anything. Except for Podia. I mean, all the, in Podia, everything's super affordable anyway. So I don't feel the need that I need to do that. So just pay what you want. Great. Okay. So Claire, just be clear. Claire, be clear. All right, let me put this stuff away. Thank you, Teresa. Super excited for you. You creative powerhouse, you. Just want to organize this a bit. World's your oyster, baby. And I'm going to fill my aura with dragon blood soaked sage once again. Sage smoke. Right. Okay, Teresa. Awesome. Sounds good. Ooh, I feel like Claire, what I'm saying is you and Lisa being drawn to the water, like you want to be in the water. You're going into the water. So I don't know if you're up towards like Half Moon Bay or whereabouts you are, where you can wade out into the water. So energetically, that's what I'm seeing in terms of collective. If we're doing a collective energy, you're both drawn. You're both drawn to the depths of the ocean, but it's not so much the deep, watery depths, but this expansion and expansiveness. So as a collective partnership between Claire and Lisa, that's my energetic read on what that is. I'm also seeing love. I'm seeing the words LOVE. Different. I'm seeing different letters around making that. Oh, I think that I was going to pull a sweet ass domination deck card for you, just to kick you in the butt. Okay, Teresa. You know what? I pulled this out, and there's the instruction list in the Sweet Ass Domination deck. So, all right. Have a good one. Have a beautiful day, Teresa. Keep being inspired, and rest assured, success is there. Passionate, creative success. You are your money, for sure. You are your money. So why I talked about retreats as I'm shuffling these cards is ultimately those are my big ticket items. Ultimately, my bliss, my total bliss and pleasure is organizing, running, leading, holding retreats. I love them. I love them. I love them. So maybe Claire and Lisa are in the water. All right, so we have Cynthia, we have Gay Miller, and where'd Monique go? Maybe Claire and Lisa will come with us. I think if we just start with 3, that's enough snow to make a tiny snowball, and it'll just go on from there. Throw out some dates. Cynthia and Gay, throw out some dates for me. And what we're going to do is energy work and ecstatic dance and hike and be at the ocean and drink coffee and shop. I'm thinking of 2 different campsites. One is pretty close to where I am, and it's got glamping made for you. And the other one is off Cape, and it's a little bit more rustic and pretty quiet, but I can create a glamping experience for you because I know how to do that. The only thing that would not be glamping is that it is there's no private shower, and often that's included with a glamping experience. Not that you're like in a gym locker shower. It's not like that. Oh, right? The thing about September on the Cape too is the bugs are gone, and it's not so flippin' hot anymore. And it's just such a beautiful time of year. Oh, what part of Canada? Are you West Coast Canada or East Coast Canada? Because I'll tell you, I just came back from, it might be an issue, you're right, it might be. But if it's something in your heart you really desired, I personally will find a way for you to get there. But you got to really want it. With your name, I'm guessing you're French Canadian. I can't tell you. Like there were so many French Canadians there. I started thinking in French. There were a ton of French Canadians there. Unless the barricade is something about something's going on with your visa, and that's something I can't do. That's something you would have to do for yourself. But there were so many. I spoke in French a couple of times. There were many bon matins and bonjours, and it was really Ontario. All right. So c'est possible. It's a long hike for sure. But if it's something you really want, We can figure something out. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not seeing Claire. Oh, it has a pool. Yesterday you went to the ocean. Sparrow Lake. That sounds amazing. So Claire, I'm going to do a card for both you and Lisa. I'll do a collective card, and then I'm going to peace out. Oh, boom. I make decisions based on the superstar I am. This might be for you too, Monique. So what does this say? Oh my God, that sounds gorgeous. Claire, you can't become the person you dream of being by remaining who you currently are. You got to give your past a friendly slap on the ass and embrace the new direction of wins. With every choice that life presents you, make the uncomfortable decision to explore the unknown. You are only free if nothing holds you back. You're a fucking superstar. Boom. Claire. Phrasey. That feels so simplistic. So I don't know how that card landed for you. The experiences of the past shall be the worst of my future. You're heating up. You're flaming hot. You are 360 slam dunking on all resistance gremlins that stand in your way. Your focus is escalating. Your mind is a factory of awareness. Each night, you rest as a stronger, smarter, happier, and more meaningful person than you were at any other time in your life. You may be the best moments of your past. May the best moments of your past be the worst of your future. So it just sounds like you're evolving like a meteor, which doesn't sound comfortable, but power to you. Power to you. All right, so let's do some for Lisa. Oh, Lisa's vibe's a little different here. I am rich in miracles because I am the greatest miracle in the world. You are a brew, Lisa, of the gods, magic, and the impossible. Ha ha ha. You are a creation with as much wizardry as any in the universe. You have the ability to move freely and explore. You have the gift of communication and choice. You were born equipped with a power that only gods have, the power to create. It's the only power you need to manifest happiness and freedom forever. Holy crap. So that's for Lisa. She's going to have to replay this unless she's listening right now. Lisa, did you get a load of that? You are rich in miracles because you are the greatest miracle in the world. All right. ShamWow. Wow. You know, and again, Lisa, Claire's energy was different. Every card I'm pulling here, Lisa Peterson, is purple. And again, it has to do with miracles and power. I'm as powerful as the world because you am the world. Okay, Lisa Peterson. Soak this in, baby, as you lounge by the pool, oh miracle worker. You are, Lisa, one energy with the world. And this experience of life is but a pulse in an infinite, magical voyage. Lisa, there's no difference of energy between your life. Breathe, the life of a bee. Breathe and feel this, Lisa, the experience of an angel. Breathe and feel this, or the workout moves of the ridiculous Richard Simmons. We are all the same, experiencing life through a perception, turned on for a period of time and off for a period of time. Impermanent perfection. A wave rises and breaks. A flower blooms and decays. All life is an energy rising together at oneness, at once-ness. Try not to trap your energy on desires of the self. Instead, use it for the highest good of all. Did you hear this? Fuck the self. Just clusterfuck this individuality and breathe with the bee, with the wind, with the impermanence of this rising and with the decay. Girl, what? Are you getting it? Are you moving through the door of anicca? Are you moving through the truth of impermanence and permanence and no consistent sense of self? Is that your door to enlightenment, Lisa Peterson? Apparently, it's available to you now. And with that, may we all be blessed with you at onceness. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. Please be reminded that star seeds, earth angels, movers and shakers, and energy intuitive mavericks are my specialty clients. And right now, until further notice, all of my ridiculously priced offerings are pay as you can, pay as you wish, pay as you will. You book a session, and then you decide what comes to me. You experience the generosity of gifting yourself a session, of gifting yourself a connection. Not that I am this huge blah, 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 but anything. And you decide what that which you are abundant in is what you can most easily be generous with. I have somebody gifting me an energetic house clearing. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. So until further notice, that's what it looks like. All right, people. I'll catch you on the flip. Have a great weekend of freedom and do all the things. Mwah. Love, 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 everybody. Love, love, love. Yeah, let's get you some airtime, Cynthia. Look at that gorgeous face. So I'm anticipating and expecting some PM DMs from all y'all about camping, and if you want to come. And if you want to do a session with me and what you would like to do for trade. So I'll talk to all y'all soon. I'm going to peace out and do a lot of baking this weekend and heal my teeth because I'm going through a lot of mouth transformations. And then I'll see you next Friday. Next Friday, we're doing energy work in the morning and then energy work at night in the Light Shine Lab. We're going to be doing some ecstatic dance, or you might even call it instatic dance, as shamanic healing. So that's what we're going to be doing. You know, so next Friday is like energy work day all day. All right. Same to you, beautiful. Mwah. I'm going to play a little, let's find some banners where you can say bye. All right, you guys. So much love to you, and I'll catch you on the flip. Bye.